I'm your huckleberry.
What's up, fishy friends? Welcome Tim's School of Fishing. Class is in session. They say that a leopard never changes its spots. But au contraire, Moon Frere, I disagree because I have changed my ways. I used to think that Swiss Army knives were cheap little plastic pot steel knives with tinker toy tools on them. Now, I still think that. They're still plastic, pot steel, and have cheap little tinker toy tools on them. But they do plastic, pot steel, and tinker toy tools better than anybody else. And I've changed. I have changed my spots. I love Victorinox knives. And I used to be the biggest Victorinox hater. Well, I am excited today because I got a new Victorinox Swiss Army knife and I want to share it with you. So, without further ado, let's get this camera turned around and take a closer look.
Hey man, do me a favor and go ahead and hit that like button. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe. It sure does help the channel. We sure do appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much, man.
All right, so the descent down the Victorinox Swiss Army knife rabbit hole continues. So, in the 90s and 2000s, you could send in coupons from Marlboro cigarettes and get a Marlboro branded Swiss Army knife. Can you say Marlboro on YouTube? Can I show this image on YouTube? Is the freaking thought police gonna come after me? Is the social media police gonna knock on my door and say that this is hate speech or terrorism? Is the freaking YouTube Gestapo gonna kick in my door because Marlboro? I don't know, but I'm going to do it anyway.
You can just piss right off YouTube. If I want to say Marlboro, I'll say Marlboro. Marlboro, Marlboro, Marlboro.
So, in the 90s and 2000s, you could get these Marlboro knives by sending in coupons. I think they made about 6 different models with the Marlboro Adventure Team branding on it. This is the most common one. It is in freaking mint condition, and I got a screaming deal on it. So let's take a look at this bad boy. This particular model is called the Standard. It's a 91 millimeter model, and if you go online and try to find these, a lot of times it's going to be listed as a Spartan. Mislisted, mislabeled, misnomered, misnamed. It's just freaking wrong. It's not a Spartan. It has the exact same blades and tools as a Spartan, but what makes this different from a Spartan is no scale tools on this one and no keyring on this one. Otherwise, it is a Spartan. And look, I'm no Felix Imler, I'm no slip joint Sawyer, I'm no Victorinox Swiss Army knife expert. There's a bunch of people that know way more about Swiss Army knives than I do, but it's my understanding that this particular model, at least in more recent years, was used only for advertising and co-branding type purposes, from what I understand. I could be wrong about that, but essentially, this is a Spartan without the scale tools and keyring, and you can see there is not a scratch on these Celador scales, these horribly freaking ugly plastic scales that are recognized around the world. There's not a scratch on them. No, I don't think that this knife was ever carried once. It couldn't have been. There is not a blemish on this knife. It is in absolutely freaking mint condition. This is basically new old stock, and I got a screaming good deal on this. It had just been listed on YouTube, and the price was ridiculous. Now, with that said, of the Marlboro Adventure Team ones, this is the most common one, but a lot of them are either going to be missing the box or they're going to be in used condition, and this is just freaking perfect. So anyway, 91 millimeter model. Let's take a look at the opening layer. So we've got our can opener and Phillips here. No half stop on that, but look at the freaking snap on that. On the other side here, we've got our cap lifter or bottle opener. We've got our straight slot screwdriver, which can be used as a light duty pry bar. We've got our wire stripper or wire bender there. This one has a half stop and it is so satisfying. It is just a little fidget machine. Then over here on the front, we've got our little pen blade. Not a scratch on that polish at all. Just absolutely beautiful. This thing, I am certain, has never cut a sheet of paper. Then, of course, we've got that gorgeous spear point blade on here. Single nail nick pull. Nice, smooth pull. Great walk and talk. Listen to how snappy that is. My gosh. And when I tell you how old this is, it's going to blow your mind. Look. Yes, it's pot steel. Yes, it's plastic. Yes, I bag on it all the time. But the fit and finish and the quality, Victorinox does it better than anybody. They just do. I mean, the snap and the smooth walk and talk and attention to detail is just unmatched. Unmatched. It's got that beautiful sort of tumbled polish finish on there, which I really like. It's kind of like a tumbled mirror polish, and I think it's really cool. If we take a look at the tang stamp on this one, it says Victorinox Switzerland Stainless Rostfrei. The V is bigger than the other letters, which is important. On the other side, Officier Suisse. We've got the crossbow with the Swiss cross. The Swiss cross is touching the bowstring. That means this knife was built from 1986 to 1992. So this knife is anywhere between, 33 to 39 years old. So 86 to 92 this was made, and look at it. Not a freaking blemish on it. Absolutely fantastic. We've got the corkscrew here. We've also got the all reamer, hole punch, leather punch with the sewing eye. Just the snap. I mean, this is almost a 40-year-old knife, and it is mint. Absolutely mint. Look at that. Look at that beauty. So, as I said, I think they released about 6 of these various models, 6 different models that had the Marlboro branding on it. If you go look for them, a lot of times they're going to be listed as a Spartan, even though it's technically a standard. This is probably the most common one, but I haven't seen one in this good of condition that has the original box and everything, so I had to jump on it. I would definitely like to find the other ones, but I'm real picky with vintage knives. I kind of want new old stock or something that has very, very little wear on it. I'm just weird that way. That's my preference. So I might try to track down some of these other ones, but they're going to have to be in really good condition. Probably not as good as this one, but certainly in good condition. So there you go, boys and girls. Just wanted to share that with you today. This is the Victorinox Marlboro Adventure Team Standard. Pretty freaking awesome. I'm excited to have this in my collection. As always, guys, I appreciate you for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know what you think of Swiss Army knives. Let me know if you have any of these Marlboro Adventure Team knives. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Just click my logo right over there. That's it for this episode of Tim's School of Fish. Boys and girls, class dismissed.